Hello and welcome back to the channel, everybody. My name is Dark Sage Walker, and today I thought I would have a nice look at... Well, I think today is a good day to discuss projectile builds, and... Hold on. And incidentally, I also wanted to have just a bit of an Arcana spotlight on... Oh, that's nice. On Knockout Boulder. Now, it's been a while since I've done an Arcana Spotlight. Incidentally, it's also been a while since I've just flat out done an episode, so I suppose I should probably explain that. Let's try to get Chilling Dungeons first while I do that. I, unfortunately, have not been feeling well. There's been some serious issues with my stomach and, digestive system health that's... I don't know, I'm working on taking care of them, but it's easier said than done at the moment. I'm just going to leave it at that, so... I want to apologize for not having put out anything in a bit. It's a little embarrassing for me since I've recently said, oh no, let's not let that happen again. And then stomach. It's almost like the harder I try not to let things like that happen, the more the universe just comes out and says, "Oh wait, what was that? I'm sorry, we were too busy ruining your plans." So hopefully that offers at least some explanation as to why I disappeared for a little bit. I mean, a few days. I guess it's not as bad as a couple of weeks, but... I mean, regardless, I would rather that not happen because I don't want to deprive you guys of content, especially if I'm planning on monetizing. I need to be able to be, at least somewhat respectable in putting out regular content, so... I guess that's kind of my wake-up call here. Is I need to be more respectful of my audience and a little bit more forthcoming with what's happening. Now, that having been said, we are going to go ahead and I want to talk a little bit about why I like projectile builds, and I suppose there's no real secret to the idea that it's a preference of mine. And you can look at it in one of two ways. They're much more defensive builds, since it's based more so around positioning than other builds, and just keeping out of harm's way. You could also look at it as they're slightly more aggressive than the average build. That's too early for that. Tattered Scroll. Lose all signature charge when hurt. That's why I've never picked up Tattered Scroll. Golden Contract. Alright, so I might come back for Jeremiah's Needle, since I'm not going to be focusing on critical hits all that much. Having the occasional critical hit just do more damage does sound like it would be a worthwhile investment, but... Anyway, so, like I said, there are two ways of looking at projectile builds. They're either more defensive because of the aforementioned positioning and keeping your distance from your enemies while just launching things at them. The zoner mentality, which I've said many times is kind of my bag. Or you can look at it as it's easier to be aggressive because you've got more room to play with. Okay, you guys are making me mad. Oh, okay, this is... Yeah, you go away now. Sorry, that was a little stressful. Ooh, definitely take that. So, whichever way you look at it, the obvious upside to going projectile is you've got more range to play with. And if you do it particularly well, you've got both the room and the power necessary to knock enemies out before they even get close to you. The obvious downside to doing it that way is that when enemies do get close to you, you don't have a lot of recourse to deal with them. And I saw that burn cycle there and I thought, okay, well, there's a good way to take care of some issues. Alright, jumper cables. That's gonna do diddly dick. So however you look at it, either the build is more aggressive or it's more defensive. Frankly, neither. I would say neither perspective is necessarily wrong. But I think the actual correct assessment is to say that, okay, I want this just to improve my armor, and we'll take that to give me, more things to work with. Also, really liking the idea of that jewelry box, but I'm not going to be able to afford it now. And it's not really all that important to finish the floor, so away we go. You gotta be kidding me. He can seriously jump all the way across the field. Wow, what a douche. There we go. Okay. Looking good. That's a lot of damage taken on that floor. It's almost like I'm a little out of practice or something. How could that have happened? But that's a good lead-in as to why I wanted to talk a little bit about Knockout Boulder. It is a very strong projectile. Like, it's got a base damage of 50. Like, that should give you a pretty good idea of what sort of spell you're working with there. And then, of course, I bundled that with the rule rope to get even more damage out of it. So as you can see, oh, I forgot to pick up Jeremiah's needle. I'm dumb. Mistake has been realized, but I mean a little late. Conqueror's Cloak, what do you do? Interesting. Not sure if I'm going to keep that one, but never against freebies. I'm not going to turn them down, especially when I have something that counts number of relics. How are you guys still alive? Go away. So the obvious downside to Knockout Boulder is not only does it have a little bit of a startup, but before you upgrade it, it's only ever going to hit one target. Which is kind of one of the downsides to Bouncing Blaze as well. Go away. Everything has too much health. Or maybe I just don't have enough damage bonuses. Go away. Go away. I don't like paintings. That'll be one of those fun things taken out of context. Oh, he claims to be an artist, but he hates paintings. What a joke. What a maroon. Now, I did knowingly come to this area first just to get it out of the way, but yeah, having two of my three aggressive Arcana doing less damage than normal is definitely a problem worth noting. But what makes Knockout Boulder a lot... Okay, that was bullshit. I don't know how being a cursey boy is going to affect monetization. I guess I'll find out once I get into it. It looks... From the look of things, and I could very well be wrong about that, it looks like it doesn't have as much of an effect as it had about, I don't know, a year or two ago, but I could also be very wrong about that. But, yeah, the upside to Knockout Boulder is, of course, it is goddamn strong. And then once you get it enhanced, it has that burst area of effect that really makes the spell more worthwhile. Now, to be fair, the shrapnel doesn't quite do as much damage as just the base hit. Hold on. Oh, sorry about that. Now, see, now I feel really stupid for not taking Jeremiah's Needle. Because this would have just made my day, having that plus Singing Bowl. Oh, man. And no, I'm not turning down Singing Bowl. I want to make sure I spend... Thanks, Gabe. That was amazing. Appreciate that. You know, I want to make sure that I'm spending my money wisely, so I'm trying to find the other vendors before I decide what to drop my gold on. And it turns out they're all up here. Everybody's to the north. Apologies, and not only do I have tummy problems, but I also have a bit of a sore throat. I apologize. Alright, Bouncing Blaze upgrade. Can't turn that down. That would be better if I had a critical hit build. And I'm debating on Ignition Drive, because I'm not sure it counts as a projectile, but it is strong, and it'll get a nice boost from my robe. Alright, so let's come back here. I do think Singing Bowl is the right choice. So, what you get with Knockout Boulder once it's upgraded is you get a nice area of effect coverage at range that has a really good base attack power. Like, it's one of those Arcana where if you can power through the kind of lackluster, like, original form of it, oh no, I wouldn't have had enough money for Ignition Drive anyway. Yeah, but if you can power through the lackluster original form of it that only hits one target ever, you'll actually get something pretty nice for your trouble. Like I said, it's got... I'm sorry, apparently I have got some really interesting phlegm problems. Hey, I'm sorry for talking at so much length about my bodily issues. I'm just a disgusting fucker today. But this is one of those Arcana where once you get it upgraded, you get something really nice for your trouble, but you do have to kind of slog through having something rather lackluster until then. It's one of those where if I were to put it on a tier list, which the idea is still out in the open, guys, so drop an opinion on me, let me know what you think. But it's one of those things that I would probably rate at like a high B or a low A, kind of like my dodging abilities, because it doesn't start off good, like, at all. I mean, it starts off strong, and that's generally enough to keep you going on the early floors. But then once you get it upgraded, that thing can darn near carry you. Oh, you mean kind of like certain League of Legends characters. Okay, so point number one, I don't play League of Legends. Point number two, the idea of a carry is not something that's necessarily just exclusive to League of Legends. But yes, if I had to liken it to something, yes, it would be a carry. And for those of you who don't play League of Legends, which, you know, that would actually technically be me, but I actually know some of the terms. Oh, that's right, their spells are limited. That's why this room is less dangerous than normal, because I have the Conqueror's Cloak. Alright, cool. I'm glad I kept that. Alright, so unfortunately, I know Jade's Jewel Tiara is still broken, but I do like the signature charge gain. Rubber Raincoat will also prevent shock, which is nice, but before I go dropping any money on that... Oof, pardon me. Let's go find the other vendors. And see what they're selling. Away with you! And you've seen me put the Knockout Boulder to good use on other builds. So it's not like y'all probably had no idea how it works. But I wanted to kind of spotlight it because Knockout Boulder, despite having some issues, is actually still one of my favorites, and it's for a couple of reasons. And I will go over those reasons. One, it's strong. That should kind of go without saying. Like, oh, really, oh, why Sensei? Tell me more. Oh, I will then. Oh, that's Stormdraft. Crap. I might get Stormdraft anyway. I think it counts as a projectile. I might need it to shatter Tabby. Might. Yeah, I'm gonna need one more spell in my combo to beat him up. So then the question becomes, do I go ahead and take Storm Draft? It's one of those spells that has a lot of knockback, so I can see it being worthwhile. It won't do me a lot of good against... Really? We're still short? There we go. And... okay, that's awkward. I don't really want that. Now, here's the thing. I think that could work very similarly to how Aqua Vortex works, in that you just use it to stun lock enemies into having their faces comboed off, but I will worry about that on another spotlight. I'm not even sure I want any of these. I mean, Nocturnal Sundial is about as good as it gets. I think I'm just going to save my money. Yeah, I can see Fading Petal very much having the Ward of Winds. Yay! But yeah, I can see Stormdraft having very much the same usage as Aqua Vortex, so that ought to be fun to play around with if I play my cards right. I'll probably do another Arcana Spotlight on that one. Go away already. There, having projectiles actually helps, because I can just bait everyone into a bottleneck. Yeah, because it also has that notable awkward effect of drawing enemies into you, so that actually would work very well in a melee combo build. That'll be another Killer Instinct build, because that'll be a combo winner right there. What are you? So, Cartographer's Quill. I'll probably end up picking that up, but yeah, at this point it probably won't do a huge amount. Will it be enough to still justify spending the money on it? Yeah, probably. Oh yeah, that was smart. Alright, there we go. Alright, that room had me a little stressed out for a moment, not gonna lie. So the other upside to Knockout Boulder, which I forgot to mention while I was talking about it, is that it induces a lot of stun. Like, it's a good move to actually lead off some fights with, because it, or just to throw out randomly while you're attacking other enemies, just turn and be like, whoop-ha! And that would be because this move can leave enemies stunned for quite a while. Just like Storm Draft, if you actually manage to knock someone into a wall. Oh hey, it's this room. Like, I can think of no scenario where that room wouldn't be absolutely free. Yeah, see, even if you hit them with the shrapnel, they're stunned for a good long time. And that gives you plenty of time to set up your next move. No, Knockout Boulder can actually do a good number of things for you. It's powerful enough to be a combo ender. It's got enough stun value to be a combo linker. And that same stun value also lets it be a combo starter, although not as effective as other things. Guten Tag, Herr Doctor. I'll probably end up buying just a useless... Oh wait, I have a useless... There you go. I don't even need to worry about that. I have a useless Arcana I can give her. Catalytic Tonic. Alright. Not bad. Now, I know some of you are going, "Oh, don't say the Lord of Winds is actually good!" And you'd be right on a different build. I think, to me, the most effective way to use Ward of Winds is to try to place it in such a way. What is this? Voltaic Needle. Not great on a power build. Raging Inferno. Also good, I'm just not 100% sure on this build, because each hit of Raging Inferno is more based on critical hit damage. Or not critical hit damage, but it's a multi-hit spell, you know what I'm trying to say. I don't know, that one's a maybe. Alright, so we are going to come back for Cartographer's Quill. Increase armor while at low health. Or do I want to pick up Absorption Coil? This is kind of why I don't bother with Supply Crate all that much, just because it doesn't really offer me all that much to work with. I'll pick it up and see if I get the upgrade for it. It'll actually help out quite a bit on the next floor. See, unfortunately, the increased stun value doesn't do much against bosses, so you just have to use the other things that it's good at. Okay, I hit the B button, maybe you can, be dead now. One more quick look. And we'll buy the cheapo. It's worth a little bit more signature charge, even though my signature is charging up fast enough as is. But simultaneously, it's also helping out the heavy travel jacket, so hey, no complaints here. Anyone else notice that Fading Petal is actually doing pretty good damage? Oh, smooth. Ah, that was very poorly timed on my behalf. Oh no, what am I doing? Actually, I'm kind of surprised by how much damage Fading Petal is doing. So I was originally conceiving this as a means by which... See, that's kind of what I wanted right there. So even though Fading Petal isn't going to work very well for this particular build, I am noticing it's doing more damage than I thought it would. So that will be a lot of fun to play around with. Plus, it makes enemies slow, so it also incentivizes using it as a combo starter. And it's one of those moves that gets multiple uses, so you can use it as a combo starter. I am not playing this very smart at all. So you can use Fading Petal as a combo starter, and then with another use of it. Okay, 2 rooms where I just got completely trashed. And see, well, you're seeing what Storm Draft can do if used properly. Going. Storm Draft is another interesting one that I don't pick up often. Yet when I do use it, I find myself going, oh yeah, that's not that bad. Not great against bosses, but does good damage and stun against just regular mobs. Smooth. Like that. Maybe Storm Draft is one of those moves that I should probably respect a little bit more. I don't take it often, but when I do, I'm always going, yeah, I kind of like that. Stay stunned for a while. Excellent. It's funny, I originally intended this to be a spotlight on Knockout Boulder, and it turned into a spotlight on Fading Petal and Storm Draft. It's funny how sometimes starting in one place can lead you somewhere completely different. I mean, it's not much, but let's take it. And then we're either going to pick up the upgrade for Raging Inferno, or we're going to go back and pick up another relic. Surprise, boys! Knock, knock. Alright, so yeah, we're picking up the upgrade to Raging Inferno. Oh, now we're talking. Yeah, give me that glass cannon. Brilliant. Alright, so everything's going wrong. Everything sucks. Mostly because of that damn archer. Also, I'm just not a fan of rogues at all. I mean, it's something. Reminded of Mighty Number 9 all over again. Hey, it's better than nothing. Are you sure? Because you might have lost less self-respect if you released nothing. How bad off must your game be if even Sonic the Hedgehog's Twitter page is mocking you? Just, hey, congratulations, guys! It's better than nothing, right? Hey, you're not gonna completely lose your dignity over this, right, guys? Shut up, Sonic. Too late. It was more elegant than that. It wasn't him just going on a tirade. That was me. Well, that was shitty. Okay, this room can kiss my ass. Oh my god. Have I ever mentioned that I dislike rogues before? Because this seems like a good time to bring it up. I don't like rogues. Not in this game anyway. I play rogues often enough in Dungeons and Dragons, but... Boulder. And so long as I'm on the topic, let's drop that and pick this up. To give you guys a pretty decent idea as to my criteria for whether or not an Arcana is worth considering for a power or critical hit build, first of all, does your Arcana score multiple hits? If yes, you're pretty well in the running for a critical hit build. But then you also have to consider your Arcana's base damage. That's right, sir. And the general idea for me at least is is your Arcana's base damage 10 or greater? If the answer is yes, that means that every 10% is another full point of damage. Which, again, while not great, is at least giving you a metric by which to work with. But if the Arcana's base damage is higher than 10, now you've got something special to work with. And if you have an Arcana that does both, like as an example, Burn Cycle or Inferno Cannon, then that could be used effectively either way. I see a fairy there. And Supply Crate has just about worn out its usefulness. But let's see what Iris is selling before I call it good. Now that I know where Iris is. Also, it would have been nice to see Cremire, because I've got a lot of useless chaff that I'm holding on to that I have no use for. But last thing to keep in mind is that even spells that don't necessarily have damage higher than like 10, enough damage ups will still get you something pretty decent. Like something that has a base attack power of 5. Like, sir? Sir, can I help you? Good bird. And if I have enough money, I'll go back to the Curse Eater's Watch. Wow, that was just garbage. Now, even though the defense bonus on this is also kind of cursed, thing is, you can regenerate health from Chaos Gems, and unlike with the... Sir? Sir, could you please not while I'm talking? Hi. Hi. Hi, how are you? Hello. Hello. Yes. Yes, you are a very cute bird, but I'm trying to talk right now, please. He knows what he's doing. He's just messing with me. Yeah, I'm gonna hold on to that. Just get rid of the deafening symbol. But, hi. Ooh, now Riku's getting in on it. We got some singing birds here, people. But yeah, you'll notice that even when I'm doing a more critical hit-focused build, I'll still pick up a couple of damage ups. Mostly because... Oh, that was not smart. Mostly because by increasing the base damage, the critical hits will do more as well. Oh, I'm dumb. And no laced lightning for me, please. I'd rather have Arcana that have a decent effect. I'm also wondering if maybe... No, we're going to keep Storm Draft at least until Sura. There we go. Sweet, re-aimed at the last second. And now we can probably effectively change that over. So that's my 2 cents on damage ups, is that they can still be effective on critical hit builds, just like a little bit of... That's not going to last me long enough for it to matter. I can't afford that. I'm probably just going to go. Yeah, let's just go. Just like a little bit of critical hit up can help on a power build. I didn't find any, to be fair. There we go. Perfect. Oddly, this run didn't really get rolling very quickly, not gonna lie. They can hear the birds singing outside. How many times did I get my Ice Sphere special interrupted now? There we go. So I guess when it comes down to it, Knockout Boulder is pretty good. good stuff. And I recommend it for any decent projectile or projectile or power build. This particular power build got going kind of slow because I didn't find a lot of things that were going to boost my power. So take that for what it's worth. Normally these go a little bit faster than that because I know what I'm doing. But that's it for this one. Thank you guys very much. I'm still working on putting together some other things, and as I had kind of alluded to, there will probably eventually be some decent changes, but nothing that's going to negatively affect the channel. I hope. Fingers crossed. So again, thank you for dropping by and spending some of your free time with me. I very much appreciate it. If you want to go ahead and do the usual like, comment, subscribe YouTube dance, maybe hit me up on my social media. Links will, of course, be in the descriptions below. And I'll catch you guys in another video. My name is Dark Sage Walker, and I will be seeing you